Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop, I want to put up there, sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Guys, we've got a great panel today. No real fluff. Got a couple of special discounts. I want to tell you about what's going to be happening tomorrow. It's a very special day at Sports Memo. And WagerTalk got some great stuff going on. Let me bring on this good-looking bunch. It is not a dating site. This is a sports betting show. The Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos, is with us. The chairman of the board, Ross Benjamin. He's been busting books for years, Don Buster. And my good friend from God bless you, it's true. He is a good friend. My good friend from WagerTalk, Tony Mejia. My good friend Pavlos, how are you today, buddy?
Really nice. I had a half win actually in my 5% yesterday, which I'm more than happy about because Napoli ended up losing that match. I had a nice win in the free play. Real Sociedad and under 3.5 goals was an easy win, which was also a client play. I have another 5% for today, a 5-pack for today, and all kinds of really nice soccer stuff. I'm also hoping that you guys did very good. So let's have a really nice show with an excellent panel.
Well, I've got to tell you, my free play yesterday, I came in with the Brooklyn Nets because I figured, no sleep till Brooklyn. I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. And I got to tell you, those Brooklyn Nets, they can't win without that man on the floor. I'll tell you that, KD. My good friend, Ross Benjamin. Ross, how are you today?
It's all good, Joey. Coming off a 2-1 night in college basketball last night since Saturday, 5-1 in college basketball. So things are starting to heat up there on a nice all-sports run since the 27th of December, where I made close to 30 units. So, it's all good, Joe. It's just a matter of people have to take advantage of it.
Ross, I figured out how you can live in Buffalo so long. Great city, great people, but it's a little cold up there. But you stay warm with all those winters you put out. I got a
Rochester,
upstate New York.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, 60 miles east of Buffalo.
But. There you go. My good friend Don Buster. Always look forward to Wednesdays with Don. How are you, buddy?
I'm very good, guys. Good to see everybody here. Yeah, I had a nice night myself last night, but I don't talk too much about stuff like that because, as we know, it's a long, long grind. So like just to keep being on that right side. Just got back. I had a little trip. The wife wanted to go over to Puerto Vallarta to see some friends. So went over there and had a little bloodbath on Saturday night with that Jacksonville LA game. But things are getting a little bit better now. I'm still not over it. As I said yesterday on Puck Time, it's going to be a while, but trying to move onwards and upwards, as they say, everybody, and looking forward to the show.
Don, as well as everybody out there and the rest of the panelists here, I know you very well. If you have an off day, guy, I will tell you, he turns it right back around. He runs 8 or 9 straight winning days in a row. So right now is the time to follow Don. Speaking about following, my good buddy TM, Tony Mejia. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great. Hey, Don, I found a Jaguars hat under my bed yesterday as I was doing laundry, and I really did think about burning it. Because that game ruined my
weekend. Think of a couple other things to do with it, but
it was my 5% play. Obviously up 27.
Me as well.
Yeah, it
was mine as well, and
not pleasant. So wow. Yeah, I mean, but it's been a good January. Otherwise, number one so far. 17 days in units at WagerTalk, and we've got had a lot of success with NBA. Yesterday, I split my 3%. Excuse me. Blazers and Nuggets, they fell off. They had like 140 points at halftime and couldn't get to 238, which is what we needed at over 237.5. They actually shot a 3-pointer at the buzzer that they weren't supposed to shoot because it was unsportsmanlike, and Keon Johnson airballed. So that was tough, but the Sixers came through. Joe, the Nets obviously missed Kyrie Irving too last night, so that was not a good look with Brooklyn losing the way they are, and they were absolutely drowning without KD. So I'll look for that to continue, especially if Kyrie Irving's missing too. They're not getting any offensive punch from Ben Simmons, and if you got a player out there unwilling to shoot the ball, then you've got issues. So we do have a 5% play in the NBA tonight over there. And looking forward to a winning day, obviously, and getting back on track after that Chargers collapse.
Just to remind everybody out there, over at WagerTalk, where Tony is featured, they do not have 10% plays, so their 5% plays are like Sports Memo's 10. So we're going to be talking about Tony's 5%. I will tell you something, Tony. If the Nets keep drowning like they are, I expect the Jay-Z and Beyonce to start suiting up. It's not good in Brooklyn, I'll tell you that. I'll be honest. Right now, the only bright spot in Brooklyn is Peter Luger's Steakhouse, the best steakhouse on the planet, guys. Speaking of steaks, guys, you know how I start every show? I say hello to my lovely wife. Hi, honey.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? Now, we started off good this morning. We served lovely coffee, breakfast at like 2 a.m. It was great. You know, we had a little alone time where she was fixing my back. She wasn't fixing my back. And then I started pissing her off this morning like only Joe D could do. I was telling our panel before I went on the air, you know, I've got the uncanny. I have the ability. It's a gift to at least make, you know, I can make the entire world happy. Or I can really make it pissed off. So today I was, after a nice time, I was pissing people off. But I had a tough loss last night. You know, I don't check scores, Tony, but I took Georgia plus like 11.5. I could have 12, 1 or 2 places. They lose by, 14 to Kentucky. And I got to tell you, man, oof, I was really pissed off this morning when I woke up. I will tell you, though, and I'm not, this isn't, I know a couple of you guys had the wrong side of the Jaguars. I had the Jaguars the other day. I wrote it off in the first half. I said, well, that's it. I woke up with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game, and I said to Dion, I says, D, you know, just because, and I didn't see a single thing from the first, from when it was 27-0 to the last 2:20. I said, Dan, we'll win this game by 1, trust me. She said, I said, I don't have to see it. I just know the momentum. And I've been on the wrong side of a lot of those to know how that crap is going to turn out. Having said all that, guys, no fluff today. I will tell you, I'm meeting with our fearless leader, Johnny Detroit, tonight, and Rick Allen, who's our CFO. So he's the money guy. So Johnny's bringing the money guy and the muscle are coming. You always got to bring more than one if you're going to come negotiate with Joe D. I'll tell you that. But I will tell you, I'm looking forward to my dinner with them guys. I haven't eaten since Sunday. Dion's been shooting me up with shots of sugar water just to keep me hydrated. But we're going to eat tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. I get to sit down with Johnny and Rick. You know, I know Rick a long time from my days back in the day with another brand.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's got to be 12 or 15 years. I know Rick pretty well. And Johnny's one of my favorite people on the planet. So I look forward to sitting down, breaking bread with them tonight. Caesars, going to have fun. Dion's got a couple discounts she wants to tell everybody about. We're going to write it to free winners so you can get out of here in time so you can take advantage of all the free content you'll get. Dion, take it away, darling.
Yeah, so we still do have that discount going on over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. It is good until Sunday at midnight. You can get college basketball, NBA, or NHL season right now for just $2.99. It's normally priced at $4.79, but right now until Sunday, you can get it for just $2.99, and there's no code needed at all. And we also do have a new thing that's going on starting tomorrow.
No,
we
just
have
tomorrow, I think.
That's
just
right.
I believe tomorrow. It's just tomorrow. I'll double check
it's
that.
Customer Appreciation Day.
Customer Appreciation Day.
That's right.
Sports Memo WagerTalk.
That's right. And all single picks will be priced at $11, and all daily all sports packages will be dropped down to $19. So make sure you head on over to Sports Memo and WagerTalk tomorrow to celebrate Customer Appreciation Day with us.
Sports fans, just because I repeat what I'm about to say doesn't make it any less true. The best collection of cappers anywhere in this business are at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. It's not, you can't, there's no argument. It is what it is, okay?
And I believe all those packages too are good if someone has a big play in there too.
Oh, absolutely. This will count 5% plays, everything. But I want you to know they could just rest on their laurels because we have the best customer appreciation discounts on the planet. But you know what? They always go one further. They top it. Sports Memo WagerTalk. They will know that making you money is just as good as saving you money. Maximizing profits, minimizing expenditures is one way to improve your bankroll. And nobody does it like Sports Memo and WagerTalk. Tomorrow, any single play, $11. All day small sports package is $19. I might buy my own package. That's how much I'm excited about this, guys. So without any further ado, I want to go to the chairman of the board, Ross Benjamin. Guys, Ross has been winning in this business for decades. He looks great. He's a good-looking son of a gun. But he has been winning for decades. Do it once, do it twice, you're lucky. Do it for decades. There's very few. Ross Benjamin is one of those people. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side of Sports Memo. He's got a free best bet. Ross Benjamin, the floor is yours.
Joey, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. And, I did have Jacksonville as well. So I actually feel bad listening to these guys who had the other side because, look, you were up 27-0. You were a +5 turnover differential for the game. You didn't commit any turnovers. once you had the 27-0 lead. How do you lose that game? Because you're the Chargers. And the head coach, Staley, I don't know how he keeps his job. Anyway, enough of that. Oklahoma at Oklahoma State is my game, Joe. 9 o'clock Eastern time, ESPNU. When I originally sent this over to Dion this morning, the line was 3 or 3.5. Now it's down to 2. So we're still going to go with the game. Both teams play at a very slow offensive pace and are very good defensively. However, the difference between the two clubs, in my estimation, is Oklahoma is much better on the offensive end, and the analytics clearly show that. Oklahoma is ranked number 26 in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency, scoring 113.7 points per 100 offensive possessions. Neither one of these teams comes in with momentum. Oklahoma State 0-3 straight up in ATS in their last 3. All of those losses coming by 8 points or more. Additionally, during that 3-game losing streak, when we talk about Oklahoma having the advantage offensively, well, during their 3-game losing streak, Oklahoma State averaged just 53.7 points scored per contest. Oklahoma, like Oklahoma State, not real good of late, 2-3 in their last 5. Nevertheless, the Sooners' 3 losses came in at stretch by a combined 8 points, and all were against top 20 level competition in Kansas, Iowa State, and Texas. So a little different scenario in terms of their 2-3 run compared to the 0-3 by Oklahoma State, in which they lost all 3 of those games decisively. I'm going to take Oklahoma here, Joey, plus the points, +2 over Oklahoma State. And just a friendly reminder, folks, college basketball 5-1 run. NFL coming off a winning regular season, just 2-2 in the playoffs thus far. That's bound to improve this week. I'll have all 4 games this week for you over at Sports Memo, and on a nice all-sports run as well since December 27th, making close to 30 units. So, again, Joey, a lot of good things going on at Sports Memo, and like you said, a lot of great handicappers as well.
Great stuff from one of the best in the history of this business, Ross Benjamin. He says, go Sooners. He's a winner. You will be too if you follow him. The best customer appreciation discounts on the planet over at Sports Memo. He's running hot in college basketball, but I know Ross for many years, and I got to tell you, that NFL postseason, woo! He is always going to make you money. After the show, go follow Ross. You're going to follow him to the bank. He's got to take off. He's jumping on a plane again. He's going to be meeting Pavlos in Mykonos, some sort of a bikini shoot with some girls. That's all I heard. That's all I know about that, all right? I heard it on TMZ last night. Now, Ross is going to take off. He's got to get some more winners on the Sports Memo site for you guys for today. Ross, real quick, what can everybody expect from you this weekend in the NFL?
I'll have all 4 games, so I have picks in all 4 games, whether it be totals or sides. Looking forward to that. College basketball, Saturday's usually a huge card. I usually have anywhere from 3 to 5 selections. Last Saturday in college basketball, 3-1 night. And the NBA will start to pick up now. Although when you comparatively, Joey, I put more college basketball up at this time of year than I do the NBA. And I don't want to beat that reason why I do that to death, other than the fact that it's too much uncertainty on a day-to-day basis in terms of availability of players in the NBA. So there you go.
Great stuff from Ross Benjamin. Ross, I couldn't agree with you more. I got to tell you, man, I know somewhere there's a guy like Larry Bird looking at all these injury reports every day, laughing his butt off, because I got to tell you, that guy was in pain every single day of his career, and he worked through it. He missed very few games. I'll tell you that. Ross Benjamin's a winner. He's going to take off to get some more winners over the Sports Memo website for you. So after the show, go follow Ross. You're going to follow him to the bank. Ross, have a great day, a good weekend. God bless and give you our best to your lovely family.
Thank you, Joey. And same back to you. And you guys take care, all of you.
All right.
Have
Have
a
a
good
great
day,
day.
Ross.
All right. Thank you.
You know, guys, when Tony Mejia comes on this show, I get very excited. He always brings it. And right now, I believe he said that he is number 1 over at WagerTalk through the first 17 days, all sports over at WagerTalk. You know, that's not an easy task to do. I always tell you guys that the best collection of cappers are at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. And when you are leading the pack on one of those websites, You are damn good. And Tony is just that. Tony's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side of WagerTalk. He's got a free best bet. Tony, take it away, kiddo.
Yeah, hopefully there's no jinxing there because I don't tweet in game about games. Like I was super silent during the Chargers Jaguars. People were sending me messages. Oh, this couldn't have started off any better. Shut up. That's exactly why, because you never know what happens until the clock hits zero. But yeah, it's been a good run so far. NBA and college basketball. NFL was not good this past week, and my super wild card weekend was not super. Back Tom Brady on Monday, and he was terrible. Although I think he's coming your way, Joe. I think he'll end up as Las Vegas's quarterback. But we'll see. We'll see how all that shakes out, and we'll look to bounce back this weekend with the 4 games. Looking forward to all of those. They should be great matchups. Tonight's free play is going to be in the NBA. I have a 5% play going off in the league, 7-1, I believe. Let me double check that. 6-1 for all 5% plays in the NBA this season. 7-0 my last 5%, 7 5% totals. So we've been running well there, and hopefully that continues. 7-2-1 on all max plays, with one of those losses being that aforementioned Chargers collapse. So look to bounce back there. But we're going to ride the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers going over what is now 239 points. When I sent you a message this morning, it was at 240. So people like the under. I like the over. Oklahoma City is actually favored in this game by 4 points, and that is the first time that only the second time this season they've been favored by 4 points. They beat the Mavericks without Luka Doncic on January 8th. They've been favored by 7. That's the highest that they've been favored all season, and they beat the Spurs in that game. So that might be a signal to back Oklahoma City in addition to this total. But, Thunder have covered in 7 consecutive games. They've won 5 out of the last 6 outright, which is going to blow up anybody that had the under on their season win totals, and myself included, thinking that they would be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. I believe, they're really just loaded in terms of young talent that has really flourished this season. The rookie out of Santa Clara, Jalen Williams, playing really well. Josh Giddey, now that he's healthy, has been the pseudo point guard there, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be an all-star and is among the NBA's leading scorers. So it's no fluke that they have really hit the ground running. They're back home tonight for the first time since January 8th and beating the Mavericks, and they're going right back out on the road where they, like I said, have been a cover machine. Pacers are without their all-star candidate and the point guard, Tyrese Halliburton. But since he went down a couple of games ago, they've sped up tempo, which is kind of ironic considering he sets the table for so much. But Rick Carlisle's trying to, adjust by letting everybody push tempo. TJ McConnell has played really well. They actually led the Bucks on Martin Luther King Day for a while because McConnell went crazy in the first half, hit like 4 or 5 3-pointers, which he never does, but then ran out of steam in the second half. So another signal for why you might want to back the Thunder. They lost that game 132-119 after losing to the Grizzlies 130-112. Both those games high scoring. Like I said, the over is on a 7-1 run in Thunder games. That correlates with their success. They really look to push tempo, and they don't have a center because Pokusevski's out. Not that he's much of a rim protector, but he at least has some size. Now they have no size. They're going small. These teams, the Pacers and Thunder, ranked 3rd and 4th in the NBA in pace. So we should see a track meet tonight. Give me the over 239 now in Indiana and Oklahoma City.
Great stuff from my good buddy Tony Mejia, #1 over at WagerTalk. In the new year, God, he's a winner. I love him. He said over Pacers, Thunder. He is a winner. Tony, what do you got going on tonight and over the next few days over at WagerTalk?
Well, yeah, there'll be more picks in the NBA. You can get the plus package for only $4 more, so that's actually the better deal. You'll get plays on all it's an 8-game card tonight, maybe even 9. 9-game card tonight. So there'll definitely be some player props, other plays in addition to that 5%. I recommend doing that as opposed to the standalone. But some people just like the big ticket item, and if that's you, go for it with that. That option is also available as a standalone. And I've got a 4% college basketball package highlighted by a play in UConn Seton Hall, and it's a loaded college basketball card as well. So NFL this weekend, and I'll sprinkle some soccer here and there, although it was a disaster backing Real Madrid this weekend, as Pavlos knows, because Barcelona dominated them. So small 1% loss there, but I still got requests to give my opinion on there. Looked at the lineup, said I like Real Madrid. They got destroyed 3-1. But we'll look to bounce back tonight and this weekend.
Great stuff from Tony Mejia. Now, guys, Tony's got to take off. He's got an appointment. He's going to take off. He's got to get some more plays posted for you over at WagerTalk. Number one, all sports in the new year at WagerTalk. Go follow Tony and follow him to the bank. Tony, thank you for stopping by today. We wish you luck. We always wish you and your beautiful, beautiful family nothing but health and happiness, and I will see you next week.
Much appreciated. See you guys all week, and have a wonderful winning week.
Bye-bye, Tony. Thank you.
Take care.
Guys, our good friend Tony Mejia, number one all sports over at WagerTalk in the new year. That's no small task. Speed about no small task. My friend Don Buster, Don is a winning handicapper in a slew of sports. And I got to tell you, as the weather's getting warmer, I know he's looking forward to golf. It's a great time of year to follow Don Buster. And when Don Buster comes on the show, he wins so often that when he does have a tough loss, he talks about it, because when you're win as much as Don Buster does, those losses stick in your craw quite a bit. And I love Don Buster. Let me tell you guys, his integrity and class here on the show and with all of you out there is he sets the bar. But in life, John is one of the sweetest people in the world as well. And he has that integrity and class even behind the scenes as well. So Dion and I always look forward to Wednesdays because Don shares the panel with us. I know you guys look forward to it. Don's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side at Sports Mo. He's got a free best bet. Mr. Don Buster, the floor is yours.
As always, Joe, thank you for the very kind words. I'm not sure if I deserve all of them, but maybe a few. You never know. That was, like I said, we met up and met personally about a month ago there, and that was a very enjoyable time. To our free play. This is actually a play that I have in our package today that I gave out to my clients. It's a NHL best bet. We're on the San Jose Dallas game over 6. We actually had this line closer to 6.5, so kind of surprised it came out at 6. Dallas, we think you're going to score a bunch of goals. They're a little rested, but San Jose has really struggled lately as well. They allow the 4th most goals in the NHL. Now, Dallas also, which could help us out here, they have the 4th best power play in the NHL. And even though San Jose is ranked 3rd or 4th on the penalty kill themselves, again, they have not been playing good hockey at all, and they've even been allowing some power play goals. So I think Dallas will be able to score some goals tonight. But the key here for us is when these two teams get together. Some teams, and I've talked about it here before, I talk about it all the time on the Puck Time show on Tuesdays. Some teams just get together and they play overs. They play, as we like to call it, pond hockey. That's just the way they play. They don't play too much defense. Well, they've already played a game this year. It was 5-4. And but when these two clubs get together, like I say, it's open. So that means there's penalties. And when they play in San Jose, the over is 7-3 the last 10. The over for both of these clubs, the last 21 games, 15 have gone over the total. So, and talk about San Jose. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe they just try to play more offensively at home. But when they're at home, just even this year, they're 16-3-2 their last 21 home games. That's just crazy. So that's actually 84%. That's pretty good. And now I get to have a 6 here. Count me in. As I always say, 6 is a very easy number to get to the NHL, and you have that push, and you have those empty net goals and everything else. So give us the over 6.
Great stuff from Don Buster. He says, in love, 1 is the loneliest number, but in hockey, 6 is a good number. Over 6. I love him. He said, we got Pavlos laughing again. He said over 6 stars, San Jose Sharks. Don, can you tell everybody what to expect from you on the premium side today and through the weekend over at Sports Memo, please?
Yeah, well, we kind of jumped the gun today on the customer appreciation package. because half the time we didn't really know that was going to happen. It might have been put up, but again, not really. Sometimes I don't pay attention to these things until they come out the day of. But we actually have a full one-day pass up today for only $19. And what we have included is our PGA American Express plays. We have 4 outright winners, 4 top 20 plays there. You can also get 4 college basketball plays, 2 NHL best bets. One of them I just gave here with the Dallas and the San Jose game over 6, and 1 NBA play. You can get all those over at the site for only $19. And since our total meltdown on Saturday, we have had 3 winning days, so we're looking to have a 4th today.
Gotta love Don Buster. Go over to Sports Memo after the show. $19. Wow, you get all that. That's just great. Don, can you stick around for a little while?
Definitely will, guys.
We might have some questions for you. I have a question for you. I want to post you after. We'll go through Pavlos, Dion, and myself's free plays for today.
Joe, I need to get. I'll write down your 3 winning plays so I can go over and bet them on my account.
You gotta love you, Don. But I want to ask you about the Golden Knights because something is really, I'm not the biggest fan of this team, but I try to root for our hometown teams. I do want to ask you about something later. So Don's going to stick around, guys, but he's an ideal capper. Today, $19. A slew of winners from Don Buster, who's had 3 winning days in a row. I'm going to tell you right now, I know Don, it'll be 4 in a row and then some. I want to talk about Pavlos Laguretos. Pavlos, guys, Pavlos is in Greece. And it's obviously here in this country, in the U.S., obviously, it's we start the show at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's nighttime over in Greece. And anytime we need somebody to fill in, man, Pavlos is like, I'll do it for you, Joe. And, I like when Pavlos fills in because he is really a favorite of Dion and myself and favorite of all our panelists and a favorite of all of you out there that tune in. But on Wednesdays, Pavlos is a regular, and we always look forward to Wednesdays because we know we get a slew of soccer people tuning in because there is nobody in the history of this business as good as Pavlos Laguretos at picking winners in soccer. I've never seen it. I've worked with everybody. I've worked with the icons. I work with guys that sustained the years. I work with guys that came and went in seasons and in a couple of seasons with social media. Everybody's got their 15 minutes of fame, 24 hours a day, and everybody tells you how great they are, guys. But numbers don't lie, and Pavlos' numbers are unrivaled. Pavlos is going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him. I think he's got another 5% play in soccer already loaded. Yes. I peaked today. Guys, and he's going to give you another free best bet. Pavlos, take it away.
Yeah, as I said yesterday, these 5% bets have been really nice to us this season. I've been hitting those in a 71% caliber. I checked the stats. I checked the leaderboards, and even though it's not visible at the site, we have a tool at the back end that allows you to see who has the most units won at Sports Memo in 5%. And I wasn't that surprised, but it's me. I have the most units won in 5% bets this season, plus 61.65 units. 32.4 ROI, 27 and 11. That's good enough for 71%. That's an amazing number. But if you look at just the money line, just the 5% money lines, and my bet today, my play today, my 5% is a play on the money line. It's 12-2, 85.7 win rate in my 5% money line top bets this season. I can't stress this enough. These are probably some of the highest numbers you'll see out there. If you've found higher numbers than those, congratulations. That's amazing. So I do have a 5% loaded for tonight. I have a 5-pack loaded for tonight. I still haven't loaded anything. I actually have a 1% play loaded for tomorrow, but I have more plays for tomorrow that I'm going to load. I'm going to put them all in a package priced at, I believe, $19. And of course, guys, Friday, the Bundesliga is back. Saturday, we have EPL, we have Bundesliga, we have Serie A, we have the Dutch League, we have the Portuguese League, we have La Liga, we have Belgium. There's all kinds of soccer action going on over the weekend. I'm going to have a lot of plays loaded. So far, just one. But onward to our free play because timing is running out. There's the Copa del Rey tonight. 2 p.m. Eastern, a match between Bilbao and Espanyol. I'm going to take the over half a goal for Espanyol, over half team total. We just want Espanyol to score once. at -106, and this bet wins. We don't care who wins. We don't care what happens in the rest of the match. Now, here's a very interesting match. Bilbao, they're traditionally a team that is aiming to do well in the cups, simply because they can't contest the La Liga. The La Liga is mostly dominated by Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. So Atletico Bilbao, they've shifted their focus to winning cups, and they've made a pretty good job about it. They have the second most cup wins in Spain with 23, behind only Barcelona. So we know that they're gonna field a strong starting lineup in this match against Espanyol. Really strong at home so far in the season. This Bilbao side, 5-2-2. But their defense, they conceded just 4 goals in 9 home matches, and I expect that to change today, because Espanyol have been really, really effective whenever they're facing Bilbao. Espanyol this season, regardless of what they do against Bilbao, they've scored in 17 of 20 matches in all competitions, and they've also scored in 10 of 11 away matches in all competitions again. So we know that they have a very potent offense, and they just score goals left and right. Bilbao now, they have a strong defense. They have the second most clean sheets at home with 69 matches. They don't really concede a lot of goals. However, this Espanyol side has found ways to score against them in more than 2 decades. Espanyol have scored in 7 of the last 8 matches against Bilbao, regardless of venue. They've scored in 11 of last 13 trips to Bilbao, and in 23 of last 28 matches in this venue, dating back to 1996. So no matter what season these two are having, no matter what happens in any given year, Espanyol usually score against Bilbao. So knowing, I know fully well that Espanyol are going to rotate, because they have a huge match on the weekend at Betis, at home against Betis. So they're actually kind of fighting to avoid the relegation, and they're going to rotate the squad today. However, these streaks are always very interesting. And I was tempted by taking both teams to score at plus 120 here. However, the price on just Espanyol to score is -106. It's just 25 cents down, but still, I think that's where the value lies. So I like Espanyol over a half team total with just Espanyol to score in this match. Don't care who wins, and let's move on to the next one.
Great stuff from the Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos. He said Espanyol over a half. Goal team total -106. It's a winner. He's a winner. Got number 1 on the site of 5% plays. And I got to tell you, number 1, man, I see his name all over the leaderboards this sports. No easy task with the best collection of cappers on the planet. Pavlos is one of the best I've ever seen in the business, but certainly the best at picking winners in soccer. After the show, go follow Pavlos. Pavlos, let me ask you this. I know what you've got going on today. I know you got some other things. Anything for the weekend that you're excited about?
Yeah. I have a couple of totals that I'm deeply researching for the weekend, because, I look at stats, trends, who's playing, who's not playing. So I have 2 totals marked, circled for the weekend. I still haven't loaded anything, because today I was busy just dissecting every single possible angle on today's matches. Those are going to be loaded tomorrow, to be honest, because after this show, I'm going bowling, which I really love, and I'm going to take, some edge off, and tomorrow I'm going to load most of my plays. And again, tomorrow is Customer Appreciation Thursday. All plays are going to be discounted, so head over at my page, sm.buzz/pl, and you'll find all of my plays. And I also have 2 free plays loaded with the write-ups and all at my page at Sports Memo.
Nice.
Great stuff from Pavlos Laguretos, the Greek god of soccer. Now, guys, Pavlos going to stick around for a little bit. You have any questions or comments for him? Don, Dion, and myself, we will get to them by the end of the show. And if you missed any portion of this show, we will run down all the free plays at the end of the show, including Ross Benjamin's and Tony Mejia's, who had to take off. Ross has got to put some more games up. Tony's got to put some more games, and that son of a gun, Tony's got to go for a haircut. You think it's a coincidence that these guys keep telling me they got to go for haircuts?
I don't know why he's going for a haircut. His hair looked nice the way it was today.
Well, that's him throwing a dig at me. That's his way of throwing a dig at me. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, we love them. We're going to be running down a little free plays later. Now I want to talk about the First Lady of Las Vegas, who is on multiple sport leaderboards over at Sports Memo. No small task. To be successful in one sport is a huge thing in this business. To do it in 2, 3, 4. She's currently doing how many sports right now?
Right now I am doing 4.
4 sports. 4 sports right now. She's on 4 sport leaderboards. She is kicking butt and taking names in multiple sports. I know that your totals in college basketballs are hitting like 70-something% on the season. And that, we're a few months in. You're doing really well there as well. I don't do a ton of totals, so I got to tell you.
We just missed one yesterday. It was a close one. I lost it by like a 1.5.
By a basket. Well, you know what? When you're doing as well as you do with those college basketball totals, if you miss one, I know nobody's ever going to hold it against you, especially when you miss one by 1.5, by less than a basket. You know, I know the sports bettors out there, you can certainly empathize with the same situations. You know, we were talking at the beginning of the show how a couple of guys on the panel had the Chargers. You know, you're up 27-0. You pretty much, you know, you're already spending that money. I was down in the game, but I was down in the game, and I wrote that game off going, holy shnikes.
I think most people
I'm glad I had a good couple days, you know, already with the NFL, a good couple winners in with the NFL already, and blah, blah, blah. And there's always tomorrow. And you're like, okay. And I woke up with 2:20 left in the game. You know, we've been on both sides of that fence. You know that, guys. So we know that when Dion loses a rare total in college basketball by less than a basket, there's forgiveness in your heart. So having said that, she is killing it in 4 sports right now over at Sports Memo. She's going to tell you what she's been doing. She's going to tell you what you can expect from her tonight or over the next few days at Sports Memo. She's got another free best bet. Dion, take it away, darling.
Thank you. But today is a new day. And you know what? I love today's college basketball card. I actually have 4 big winners for you today in college basketball. I have my NCAA basketball crusher play, my annihilator, my slam dunk, and my crash the boards play. All 4 will be posted over at Sports Memo right after the show, so make sure you head on over to the site and pick those up. And today for my free play, it's going to go ahead and take place in the Big East. The DePaul Blue Demons are struggling, sitting at 8-10 overall and 2-5 in the Big East. Things are going to go from bad to worse for the Blue Demons as they have to face the 15-3 Xavier Musketeers, who are on an 11-game win streak and undefeated at 7-0 in conference play. And let's not forget that Xavier has covered the spread in each of their last 5 games, all of which were against Big East foes. Head coach Sean Miller is making sure to have his big men in the lineup today, which is going to be another problem for DePaul here. The Musketeers will find success on the offensive end as they are averaging 84.2 points per game and hitting 50.6% from the floor against the Blue Demons, who are giving up 74.7 points per game. To me, I just don't see DePaul competing here against Xavier. The Blue Demons are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 600, and 1-4 ATS in their last 5 home games versus a team with a winning road record. The Musketeers are 5-0 ATS in their last 5 games following a straight-up win, and 5-1 ATS their last 6 games played on the road. I'm going to go ahead and take Xavier minus the points today in this matchup.
First Lady of Las Vegas says, take Xavier. She's a winner. You will be too. You follow her all the way to the bank with the Musketeers. If you like what you heard, and by the way, really good breakdown, really good analysis. You know, your breakdowns and analysis are really, really good. They really are. They have something for every type of bettor out there, and I'm very, very.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with your breakdowns and your analysis. I really am. You know, guys, she is a winner. Dion, what can everybody expect from you over the next few days over at Sports Memo?
Well, I will be diving back into NHL. I did take like a week and a half off from NHL to concentrate more on college basketball, but I am going to go ahead and dive back into hockey this week. I am still staying a little low on NBA with all of the injuries and everything. I kind of, stepped back from that a little bit, but I will also have all of my NFL releases posted by tomorrow morning. So
will you be diving at hockey? We'd be like
I'll be sliding in.
Skating at hockey.
I'll be sliding.
There you go,
in.
guys. She is a perfect capper to follow. You know, Dan and I usually try it again.
Battling it out.
That's all, folks. Battle it out for the top few spots in college basketball over at Sports Memo, and even for years before we joined the brand, we're always battling it out for college basketball. Follow her through the college basketball finals, $2.99. She is a winner. Let me bring the guys back on real quick. We're getting a lot. Oh, everybody loves you, Dan. All your comments are always nice. Guys, I want to talk real quick. And like I said, if you miss any portion of the show, we're going to run down with the free plays. But we do have, after my segment right now, we're going to talk a little bit with Don and Pavlos. If you have any questions or comments, fire away. I want to talk about what's going on what's going on for me tonight. And I am excited about what's going on. As you know, I'm not a high volume capper. I always say this with all respect. I'd rather have one wife like Heidi Klum than 100 that look like Rosie O'Donnell. Having said that, I'm a less is more guy. I always figure, 1-0, 2-0 is better than, for me, 7-5. For all the cappers and all the bettors out there that enjoy and are successful playing a lot of plays in a day. More power to you. I'm not putting you down. If you make money for yourself and those who follow you, great. For me, I'd rather go 1-0, 2-0 than go 7-5, 6-4, only because less stress for me. I like to, put it away, put it to bed. Also, on the flip side, if I have a bad day and go 2-9, then you got a problem. In my case, if I go 0-1 or 0-2, I'm 24 hours from being back in the plus column. Very important to me. That is, but I want you to know, Dion said she liked her college basketball card tonight. I almost ran late for the show, and I never run late for shows. I'm always on time. As soon as at 8 o'clock, bing, we're on live here. But I have 5 college basketball plays tonight.
You do?
I love tonight's card.
I
think this is the best day, the best card so far this college basketball season. And I've done very, very well in college basketball. I was so hot for the first couple of days, for the first 8, 7, 8, 9 days of the month. I had one bad day, boom, I started winning again. I got to tell you, I'm not a high-volume capper. I normally have 1 or 2 plays a day. Today, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5! How many? 5! 5 big winners for you. I have my 55-18 Las Vegas strip move, my SEC game of the week. My games of the week this season alone are 5 or 6-2. Count for the games of the week. My 21-8 odds makers mistake play. They are 1-0 this season. My 72% slam dunk. Now, do you know how long they've been documented? 72%.
I believe 19 years.
This is the 20th season. To go 72% for a season is off the charts. I've been doing it for 2 decades. My slam dunk's the most profitable, most successful. But I want to put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that in a minute. My Big 12 game of the week. I want you guys to all win big today. I don't care if you bet $5 a game, $5,000 a game, or $500,000 a game. You know what I mean? I'm using some extremes there. So I want to tell you this. I have a 5-game package. You get each one of these games individually. I think I put them on for $7 or $10 a piece. Don't quote me. It's 7 or 10 each. But I put all 5 games up today for my way of saying thank you to you guys. 5-game package for $20. Customer appreciation here. And it's my way of saying, hey, guys, I think I lost Georgia last night. Was it Georgia? I lost Georgia last night. Pissed me off because I liked it. I put it as a 4% play. We're sure enough for me to put up a 5 or nearly a 10, but I liked them. I bet my own money. I lost 5 times of my home money on them. Woke up at 2, 3 in the morning. Woke up at 1 in the morning. Looked at the score, and I got pissed off. And I got pissed off for you guys more than I did for me. I'll recoup the 5 dimes tonight. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about letting you guys down. So you know what I did to make it up to you? I put 5 big winners in one packet, $20. What's wrong, guys? We're going to crush the books together today. I'm going to tell you right now. Bookmakers are going to be jumping off balconies like the fall of the stock market crash back in the day. They'll be jumping off, commit suicide. It's all going to be our fault, but you know what? F them. They deserve it. Having said that, guys, for my free play today, I'm going to do something I really do as well. I'm going to be giving out one of my premium releases, my slam dunk play, which happens to be, as I mentioned, the most popular, most profitable college basketball release in the business the last 20 years. You can't argue with 72% documented record over 19 straight seasons. Now, I'm keeping the breakdown short and sweet, just like me. I wrote short and sweet. Short and sweet, just like me. Sports fans, very quickly, just like my wedding night, but you're going to love this, just like she did. Now, you didn't laugh. Sports fans, sports betting is not about who wins. It's about who covers. I do feel Marquette is a slightly better team than Providence in this situation. Obviously, they're playing at home, and they score a few more points per game. However, the Friars, guys, on both sides of the court, are better on the boards. They are far superior on the boards, to put it simply. They're ranked 15th in the nation on the offensive glass, 40th on the defensive glass. Not only that, but they have taken 3 of the last 4 meetings in the series where straight up, guys, including the last 2. I think this is way too many points to give a very game team, which has proven to us bettors that they are money. Guys, you know how much money they brought us? They've covered 9 of the last 10 outings coming into this matchup. And by the way, folks, they've also covered 5 straight overall games played as a visitor, as a true road team. They've covered 5 straight. This is way too many points. I'm taking Providence Friars. Remember, I've got 5 big game winners tonight. This is one of them in there. This is my slam dunk play. So if you want to buy an individual play, I think I put them for $7. For $7, don't do this one. I want you to have this one for free. I just wanted to tell you guys, I loved 5 games today. Didn't like anything else. So I didn't want to give you something I was half-assed on, not my style. If I'm not going to bet a friggin' game, I ain't never going to ask you to bet it. I wanted you on a winner, but my 5-game package, this is included. You're going to get 5 big ones. We're going 5-0 tonight. I'm going to tell you one thing. Go to Home Depot. We'll buy a broom because we're sweeping the friggin' board. Having said that, I just want to tell you guys, I did pretty good last week again in the NFL postseason. This weekend, I will have all 4 sides, and I might have all 4 totals. God bless you. See, it's true. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have 5 and 10% plays this week. Faux show. I didn't put 5s and 10s up last week. Oh, I did, and I won. I did, and I won, right? Or no? I
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to win everything this weekend. So 5s and 10s are going up. I do like all 4 sides very much. I got leans on all 4 totals. I don't know if I'm putting up 8 plays in 4 games, but I'll tell you what. Whatever I put out, you follow me. We're going to crush the books.
But if you do, then that's the perfect time to take advantage of like a 3-day pass.
Absolutely. A 3-day pass. I'm going to tell you right now, you're coming back for more. But I will tell you this. I'm putting out one friggin' disclaimer, guys. Only one disclaimer. Only one disclaimer. Go to Home Depot, buy a broom, because we're friggin' sweeping. We're sweeping. Let me bring my guys on here. I love this bunch. Now, I want to go through some questions. Then I got a question for Don Buster. All right, what's up, Sports Memo? Star Child. How's my buddy Star Child? How are you, buddy? I like Star Child. He's always so sweet.
He tunes in every day.
He tunes in every day. And, you know, I asked him if Star Child was his moniker because of Paul Stanley from Kiss, because he is Star Child, which is, you know, we got to meet Paul Stanley a few times. We became friends with him. Did a video for my son. Sweetest guy in the world. Great. Sharp as a tack, too. We were dancing with him at Bruno Mars. We were VIP for Bruno Mars, and Bruno Mars's people flew us in because they wanted me to invest in Silver Ray, his rum company. Remember that?
Yes.
From
what I remember of that
from
night.
What we remember, and they kept feeding us the Silver Ray rum, and that is some good damn rum. I didn't invest in the company, but we sat with Paul Stanley and his beautiful family, and we were dancing. I got to tell you, a guy could sing a note, can't sing like I can tell you that, but neither can I. That's okay, and I can't sing. But having said that, Starchild also said he likes Bama tonight, minus the 9. Dan, did you look at this game?
I did not.
Did anybody on the? Did you look at the game tonight? This game tonight, Don?
No, I did not.
Okay, all right.
Well, that's not true. I looked at it, but it didn't meet any parameters, so I passed through it.
Okay, there you go.
My numbers did not tell me to even look at that game, so I did not even.
You know, we do our games. Starchild just decided this wasn't something I felt strongly about, but having said that, you know, we do our numbers in the morning. I'll circle a couple things that might catch my eye, but I'm a numbers guy. To me, it's always about the line. Okay, how much I like a team, or feeling, or this. It's about the line and the value it brings to me and to you as somebody who follows me. So it's not something, but we did go through a lot of games. I'll tell you that. Our good buddy Joey V. All right, he is friends with Ross. He loves Ross. He's neighbors with him. He's in Albany. You guys should go hang out, watch a game together, have a few beers, have some fun. 2-time Lime, who's become a big favorite of ours, loves Dion's place. Put this up on Dion's place. Roger says, I'm in on it.
I'm in
for
on
you
it.
Again. And the Friars have become. Oh, Roger said for me, they've been a covering machine since the beginning of last year. You know, they really have been. And you know what? You know, it's one thing to win in the Big East because you see some big point spreads there. You do see some big lines. It's another thing to cover. Some teams could win, you know, and some teams cover. And I like this team to cover here tonight. Having said that, let me go to Don Buster first. Don, every day, you know, when you live wherever you live, period, you know, you pick up the paper, and we have one major newspaper for the state of Nevada, Las Vegas Review-Journal, and I do a lot of pro bono work. I've been writing for them for 20 years. Dion started writing for them this year.
I did.
Great stuff to see that. But you know, every day they're always going to boost the local teams. So every day I hear about the Raiders and UNLV and blah blah blah. God forbid UNR is winning in anything. They hate them. But having said all that, every day I got to read how great the Golden Knights are now. Granted, they've had it in their first five seasons. Don't quote 5 seasons. They are as or more successful than any team in their first 5 seasons. But let's face it, they don't win big games. They are one of the winningest teams. They have one of the best records in the NHL right now, Don. But I noticed something, and I've noticed it for years, and I got to tell you, I know people in Vegas are going to hate me. I have made, from their first year when they went to the finals, I made close to 6 figures betting against them in the finals. The second year I bet against them, I got to tell you, I probably did make more than six figures betting against them when they went to the postseason. I picked my spots. When it seems that when they play some of the best teams, the best teams, top 2 or 3 teams in any side you're looking at, they fold, and they got crushed the other night again. Does this team have what it takes to win in the postseason? I don't think they do. I also don't think anybody's ever afraid of them, that they come in. I mean, every time I look at them, I watch anything, they're getting put into the boards like nothing I've ever seen. Nobody's afraid of them. They aren't threatened physically. I'm not talking about having a bunch of goons, guys. I'm just talking about every line they got seems to get pushed around. Do they have what it takes to win in the postseason? And do you think that the fact that they get out muscled a lot has to do with it?
Well, Joe, as you know, in the playoffs, I mean, it's a team effort, it's a physical effort, and you have to have a goaltender. Vegas right now, they've struggled this year through injuries, which, all teams do. But now that they have most of their players back, they're on the 7-game homestand right now, and I believe they're like just 2 and 3. They have, I think it's Detroit and Washington left, so they need to come out and win those 2 games, so at least they have a positive momentum going forward because they're 6 games on a road trip. Problem with them, they might not have the muscle, but they do have a lot of talent, and that talent will help them in the playoffs. What they don't have is a goaltending. I can't trust Thompson or Hill to win games for them. Now, not saying that one of them doesn't get hot in the playoffs and stands on their head, and they might get pushed around a little bit, but offensively, they're so talented that they could skate around some of these guys. So overall, I'm a little concerned. I do really like Bruce Cassidy as a coach. I've always liked him as a coach. But yes, you're right, Joe. You do need when it comes to the playoffs, the hockey gets a little bit tougher, and but you need goaltending, and that's one thing I think is going to hurt Vegas moving forward.
I appreciate that. I want to go to my good friend Pavlos, Laguretos. Pavlos, you're a fan favorite here, as well as a favorite of the panelists and Dion and myself. What can we expect from you from soccer coming up? I know not just games, but I know that this time of year there's a lot of stuff going on in the world of soccer, and I'm learning about this every day, like a lot of people out there. What should everybody know? Why should they follow you? Tell me what you're excited about.
Yeah, I do have a big 5% for today, 5 more plays for today. Keep in mind, guys, that whatever league is active right now, there's like 6 or 7 leagues week in and week out. We got at least 8 matches from each league, so there's a lot of matches to pick from. I usually do money lines and totals. Sometimes I do same game parlays, much like yesterday where we had a free winner. The Champions League starts in less than a month. There's a lot, the best teams in the world are clashing there. We got the Europa League as well. So there's all kinds of soccer action until, I don't know, mid-May or something. So there's a ton of action. There's like 100, even more matches every week. I do put out maybe 2 or 3 plays per day on a daily basis, on a consistent basis. There's no I rarely pass. I usually find something on any given day, even if it has like 1 or 2 matches. I rarely pass. Of course, if there's nothing that I like, of course I pass. But I usually find a little bit of nugget of value. But usually it's the 5% that are really well. Again, number 1 in sports memo in units gained with 5% top bets. My money line are 12 and 2, so I have another one for tonight, and I think I'm gonna have another one for the weekend, but it's still too early to tell. But again, there's all kinds of soccer action on the weekend. I don't have anything up yet, but I'm just looking at maybe 10 different metrics for each match, so it's hard work. But I do it for you guys. I do it for the viewers. I do it for the for anyone who wishes to trust me, because it's a hard and a long game of betting. So I used to be like that, back in the day, but then I started trusting experts, and then I became one myself because I was doing so well. And Johnny picked me out. He said, "You're gonna be a capper. I love what you're doing, and you're gonna do it." So fast forward to today, I'm giving betting advice for people because we're all on the same side. So if you like the free plays that I give out, get over at my page. I have 2 more plays there. You can see how my write-up is, how my line parameters are, alternative bets, you name it. So that's it.
Great stuff from the Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos, guys. We're going to run down the free plays. Dion's going to tell you about a couple of discounts, and then we're going to get out of here in time for you to take advantage of all the free wins you got from this amazing all-star panel of documented winning cappers at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. That was a mouthful. All right, guys. Ross Benjamin had to take off, but he's got tonight the Oklahoma Sooners +2. His college basketball is heating up. Follow Ross over at Sports Memo after the show. My good friend Tony Mejia. He is number 1 over at WagerTalk. Then the new year, 2023, number 1 all sports cappers. So after the show, WagerTalk, TM, Tony Mejia. He said tonight over 240 in the Pacers Thunder. Don Buster, what'd you have for everybody?
I have Dallas San Jose over 6.
By the way, Don Buster, 3 consecutive winning days at Sports Memo, all sports. He's a winner. Follow him. Pavlos, what'd you have for everybody?
It's a Copa del Rey match on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, Bilbao versus Espanyol. I'm going to take the over a half team total for Espanyol at -106.
5% plays. He is money, guys. I'm going to tell you something else. One of the best cappers in the world. Numbers don't lie. He's all over them leaderboards. Dion, what'd you have for everybody, darling?
I'm going to go ahead and take the Musketeers minus the points today.
Wow. And you are the best I've ever seen in college basketball totals. I've never seen somebody better than you.
Thank you.
You are, and you're also very cute. All right. And you're sexy and savory host. And we know I've got more world handicapping titles than any 5 guys combined in the business. I said the Friars tonight. This is a premium play. Is my slam dunk. I've got 5 premium releases. I put a 5-game package, just $20. I've never done that before. You'll never get a 5-game package for less than $69, $75 ever. Normally, they're a lot more than that as well. So go over to the website after the show. Follow me. You're going to follow me to the bank. Dion's got a couple of discounts. You want to tell everybody out of? Tell everybody about. And then we're going to get you out of here, guys. Dion?
Yeah, so we still do have that discount going on through Sunday at midnight. You can get college basketball, NBA, or the NHL season for just $2.99, normally priced at $4.79. There is no code needed at all, and you can get that discount over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. And also tomorrow is Customer Appreciation Day. That's right. All plays will be $11 a piece, or you can get a all sports access daily package for just $19 over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. So make sure you come back to the sites tomorrow and celebrate Customer Appreciation Day with us. And also make sure that you follow all of the amazing guests on the First Family Show on Twitter, along with myself and Joe. And make sure you tune into all of Sports Memo TV shows for a bunch of free winners and some great betting insights. And on behalf of Ross, Tony, Pavlos, Don, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck.